Hi everybody, this is Paul the Boss Man here with my second to last lesson. And before we get started on it, let me give you the website again. You guys should have this memorized by now if you've been watching the videos. Okay, and a good reason for this being the second to last lesson, it's marketing, which is one of the last things you're going to end up doing because you got to fix operations before you can advertise and market. So those of you who watched my last video, how to increase sales, this is going to be a little bit repetitive, but useful information nonetheless. So there's only three ways to increase sales. One is to get new customers. Two is to get customers to order more when they do order. And number three is to get them to order more often. You can brainstorm all you want, and it's going to fall into one of those three categories. So you need to, first thing you want to do is put together a marketing plan that includes all three phases. Okay. And first we'll cover getting new customers. And I'm going to hit this lightest because it's the most obvious. It's the easiest. It's the one people do the most. Okay. Or at least the first part of it. That's your traditional stuff, your mailers. Whether it be a direct mailer or a marriage mailer. A direct mailer would be like a postcard, goes straight to the customer, okay, or consumer. Marriage mailer is where you're going to go split the shipping cost with other advertisers, whether that be in a magazine or an envelope with a bunch of other um, advertisers or that sort of thing, okay? Of course, then you get your radio and your TV. So, depending on the size of your market and everything, you'll want to use, you can use those. So, the larger the market, the more you can afford TV and radio. Smaller market, you have to stick to advertising, the print advertising. But I would encourage you to do as many of them as you can afford to do, depending on the size of your business. Okay. The next area is what I'm calling guerrilla marketing, and that's going to be door hanging, hand billing, uh, mailboxes. Something I want to talk about is you cannot put these flyers inside mailboxes against the law. In my last video, you heard me say that you can get away for a short time with putting magnets or post-it note stickers on them. Um, and you might, but it won't last long. But you can never put anything inside the mailbox. You'll never get away with it putting it inside ever. You'll never get away with it. So, and even if you put them on the outside, you got to put them in a place where it doesn't interfere with the mailman. Because if it goes on the flag and he's messing with the flag, or it's tucked underneath the flag, it just pisses him off. And he doesn't want to litter the neighborhood, but at the same extent, it's not his responsibility to tuck it back inside the flag. So, and you will get a call from the post office, and that's a federal offense. Okay. Um, so you can use them on doors at apartment complexes and stuff. Make sure you're hitting businesses and office buildings. Hotels are a great place to go. Usually when people are on the road, a lot of hotels don't have kitchenettes or anything to use, so they're eating out every meal. And people generally budget for when they're on vacation to spend money on food and usually a little extra money on food. So um, they're not only good business, but um, they usually will spend a little bit more money as well. So um, the other thing is magnets, and I discussed that in the last video. I like the magnets. I found some, and you can go on Google and search. A bunch of different companies are making these things nowadays. The ones I liked were a business card size magnet with four perforated attached coupons to it. So um, that may help you. Um, then my next thing is under guerrilla marketing is crazy specials. We used to have what we called CAD days, CAD, uh, Customer Appreciation Days. And we would do 2 medium pepperoni pizzas, pepperoni sausage or cheese pizzas for $5. Now, you don't make a lot of money on this. The thing is, it's not designed to make a lot of money. Um, and you can't do that price point nowadays. Um, but you design it so it's, you make a little bit of money on it, but not a lot. Your food costs can be high that week. Um, but you do it to draw in. You do it. You got to make a statement with the special. It's got to be a little bit crazy. People are going to think, no way. Yeah, way. We're really doing this. 2 pizzas for $5. Okay, it's got to create some shock and some awe. Okay, and you will get new customers to try you that way. Okay. Um, Now you've got to be on top of your game. So you're gonna be busier and you know what. I mean, it'll be busier than your Friday or your Saturdays or anything. It's gonna be insane. So you've got to be extra prepped. Double prep everything. Take a Friday and double it. Okay, and then staff everybody extra heavy. Be cooking. And you're gonna make it the same product. So you can. I would be putting 5 pepperoni pizzas in the oven before they even ordered them because in the 6 to 8 minutes it takes to bake them. By that time they've ordered them. Okay, so you're staying ahead of the game. Okay, so uh, your mentality's got to be like this, and you want to make it something that you can mass produce. Okay. Um, Another guy I know that, and I tried this once, is he did, one day a year he would give everything away, and it was all free. And he asked employees to work for free that day, and um, just to work for their tips, and that he assured the employees that, hey, I'll hook you guys up and make sure you know oh that uh, the customer um, knows that um, you're not getting paid today and that you're working for just tips, and they're probably going to tip you a bunch. And it's crazy. And then all the tips go in a tip jar, so not only the waiters or waitresses are making tips or drivers or whatever, all that money's split amongst the cooks as well. Okay. Um, and people pick up a couple pizzas and they would drop $50 in the jar. Okay. They paying you know quadruple what they were paying would have paid just because of the fact that we did it and to hook the employees up. Okay. Um, Next. Oh, excuse me. Oh. So what's going to happen when you do this is the customer calls, they order, or they come in and and they you give them the menu that they think they're paying, and then at the end of the meal you tell them it's our anniversary day or customer appreciation day or whatever you want to call it, and their meal's free. Well, as soon as they leave, they're going to be on their cell phones calling so and so, telling them to go in and eat because it's free. Okay, then you're going to start getting swamped by people calling you and asking you, is everything free today? Or they're going to come in and ask if everything's free or whatever. No, it's just every other order. You tell those people it's just every other order because those people are just coming in for that reason, just because it's free. And um, which kind of deters what you're doing, and that's trying to thank your regular customers, okay? Um, but to an extent, they're going to come in, they're going to take their chance, okay? They're probably going to come in anyway, okay? And then, of course, you and I know we're going to give it to them free anyway, okay? Um, but nonetheless, and now you've made a new customer there with them, okay? Now, the last thing that happens, obviously, number one, you're thanking your customer, okay? Number two is you're getting new customers because of the fact that they're drawn to the fact that it's free and the word of mouth spreads real fast. Number uh, and then number three is the last thing that's happening is publicity. You're probably going to get wrote up in the local newspaper about doing this crazy thing, okay? And you're going to get all this free publicity, and the people that didn't make it are going to read about it. And now they're going to come in too. So it's a great way, and one of the cheapest things you have is food. Food is actually cheaper than advertising in most restaurants, okay? Unless you're just doing an insane amount of business. Um, Food is cheaper than your cost of advertising. So, uh, ooh, it's a great way to get this taken care of. And believe me, your employees should make out fine as long as you give them a little, when you go to ask them to pay the bill, say, today's your lucky day. Um, instead of, giving them the bill, you're going to give them this little note that says, today's your lucky day. Your order, your food is free. Please tip our employees generously because in order to make this day possible for you, they are working free today. So please tip them generously. And they will. You're going to you're going to have a few that'll be cheap asses and won't pay nothing, but you're going to have other people that are paid way more than they're supposed to. So it works out for everybody. And you're going to be busy the following few days after that too. Just because you fed everybody free pizza or whatever it is you're giving them on Friday night doesn't mean Saturday you're gonna be busier than a normal Saturday. Sunday you're gonna be busier than a normal Sunday. Okay, so another thing is guerrilla marketing. Accept competitors' coupons. Let them spend the money on advertising, and you accept their coupons. Now you got to spend a little bit of money to get the word out that that you accept competitors' coupons, but a banner in the window doesn't cost that much to do. Okay. Um, do things to create publicity. Have an eating contest, a pie eating contest or rib eating contest or whatever, hot dog eating contest, whatever your products are. That's likely to get written up. A cooking contest. You know, Shut down the store for an afternoon and allow kids from a culinary school to come in and have a cooking contest. Okay, give the winner, $400 or whatever. Um, and publicity works way better than advertising. People advertising, everybody expects that to be advertising. When something's written in an article, they expect it to be 100% true and everything. It holds more accountability and more people read it. Let's face it, we all kind of throw our junk mail away to some extent. So, have a kids' day. Maybe on a Saturday afternoon, buy or rent one of those um, blow up things where the kids can bounce around on and have a clown out there, doing balloons and stuff like that, and say every time a kid brings in a parent, the parent eats for free. All the kids eat for free, but the parents get to eat for free too. Rather than parents bringing in the kids, make the kids bring in the parents and say feed one or both of them for free. You know, and just do that for an afternoon. It's gonna be insanely fun. It's great to help the kids out, and the kids love it, and the parents love it too. Everybody loves something free. um, Now, when you're doing these guerrilla marketing things, you're going to need to do print advertising for a lot of it. Now, you can do something as simple as black on colored paper. It doesn't need. Some of these things are the content is so good, the specials are so good. You don't need to go out and spend a bunch of money on full or four color print. Just do something on black and white, but put it on color paper, and then trade with your printer, your Xerox copy company, or whoever, some free food for it. So that helps covers the cost of your advertising. Um, and try to entice groups. Not enough restaurants trying to go after football teams or chess clubs or meetings and stuff like that. Group orders make a huge difference. If you're not doing some meetings and some groups and having some parties and stuff like that, you're missing the boat. Okay, and you're costing yourself a lot of money because there's a ton of money out there to be made. Um, of course, have business cards. Business cards is the first piece of advertising anybody should buy. Um, and owners, don't be afraid to get your assistant managers and other people business cards. Just tell them, look, I'll get you, some of the positions, as long as they're going to give them out, it's worth it. Okay. So your general manager should always have a business card. Assistant managers, shift managers, crew leaders. No, maybe not necessarily. Maybe assistants, but if they're a crew leader and they're going to give out the business cards to people, then buy them some. As long as they're willing to pass them out. I don't care if they're giving them out to their friends, whoever, places where they shop, just whatever. It's advertising. They cost less than a nickel a piece. So business cards are very important. Um, Next, we're going to talk about getting customers to spend more money each time they come. Suggestive selling, basically. Okay. This needs to start with training. You need to train your people to do this. Okay. Now you're going to offer special incentives to try to get them to go over and above, but you need to be training them to do this and have contests. Say, hey, whoever sells the most appetizers tonight gets a free $25 meal tonight. Okay. Um, trade gift cards for these incentives. Give a gift card to Walmart and have them give you a gift card back, or Target, or whoever. Um, Other restaurants are great for this too. Of course, you don't want to do your direct competitor, but uh, and you may have a big full menu and you may not want to do that. We'll do it with an ice cream place then. Okay, so and the other thing is give free meals, of course, and of course you can do cash, or maybe you do a weekend off or something. Okay, all kinds of things you can do, and then bundle stuff together so you create a higher ticket average. Okay, um, put discounts on your appetizers and desserts because they usually have a higher food cost or a lower food cost anyway, because you want to maximize your profitability on those. Okay. The other thing, are you serving alcohol? If you're not, I mean, it used, 20 years ago, right about that time is when you started seeing the theme restaurants, and then restaurants that started having more bars in them. But uh, there's still a lot of restaurants that don't have alcohol in them. And if you don't have one, if you don't have alcohol, you really need to look into getting a liquor license and selling alcohol. It's a huge markup. Um, it does come with headaches. Yeah, there's legalities to it, no doubt about it. But nothing that can't be handled. And um, $5 a drink compared to $2. Simple. Some of them will be $8 or $10 drinks. Okay, so the math's pretty easy there. Okay, and then extras. Whether that be an appetizer or a dessert or a top, an extra, topping on their steak or whatever, mushrooms or cheese or whatever. Okay. Um, the next is getting the customers to buy more often. Okay. You can use bounce back coupons, or just a bounce back menu, when they leave, make sure that, they get, something with them, or if you deliver or they carry out, throw a coupon in there for them. Okay. Frequency cards, you stamp them or clip holes in them, and every 6-1 they get a free meal or whatever. Um, Mailing lists and emailing lists. Okay. If you can get their address or their email address, this is another thing you can do to get them, send them a little, online special or something, or postcard special. Okay. Um, Running specials on getting them to try new items, because you've got a variety of different specials on different days. Um, then they find that they like 2 of your products really well rather than just one, so they order twice a week. Um, Do a special discount to regulars. Give them a 10% discount. Say, hey, I notice you come in all the time. You know, I'm going to give you my business card, and I'm just going to write 10% off always on here, or 5% off always on here. You know how special that makes a customer feel? To, one, be recognized, two, be given a special discount that nobody else is given. Now, I wouldn't print these up because then it doesn't seem so special. I would actually handwrite them on there. Okay. Your staff is going to have to get to know your signature. Okay. Because that makes it special. Do occasional freebies to regulars. Say, hey, I notice you're in all the time. I tell you what, I'm going to buy your appetizer tonight. I just want to let you know, really appreciate your business. And so I'm going to hook you up tonight with a free appetizer. Just wanted to let you know. Again, same thing. Makes them feel special. You've, pulled this average person out of the crowd and made them somebody important. Okay. New menu items. Keep your menu fresh and keep adding items. Get rid of the stuff that they're not ordering and add new stuff. Okay. Comment cards. They fill out a comment card, and bring it back in the next time. They get a free drink or something. Okay. These are all things that will make them order more often. That wraps up marketing. If you have any ideas, please email them to me. I'm especially the guerrilla marketing stuff. That stuff just it's fun to do, and it's cheap. Even if you're a big company and you don't need to do this, you should do these just because they're fun. Okay, they're really great. Make sure you prepare properly, of course, but they're fun and they draw so much attention to do some of these things. It's just every business should practice some guerrilla marketing, no matter how big you are. So, anyway, let me let you close with my website again, and y'all have a great day. Thanks for listening.